Connection is here. I'm heading over to a cafe, but I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a peek into Saigon. This is a pretty busy street here. You can see mopeds are that is like central to getting around here in Saigon. So again, apologies for getting on a little bit later. So most people in the States are asleep. You'll probably be watching the stream a little bit later. But one of the things I wanted to get into today was my previous streams. I was talking quite a bit about privacy coins, and the one that was coming up quite a bit was Deep Onion. I mean, I've had quite a few comments on that particular coin. So just briefly, when you're looking at it, it works on the Tor network. So if you're looking to browse websites anonymously, really the Tor browser has been one of the longest standing, most trusted platforms for anonymous traffic on the internet. And as we're kind of getting into this new year, I mean, if you're looking back in 2017, like early year, there was no one talking about regulations, about government clampdowns. Like, there was nothing in the works in terms of anything being reported on the news about how they were going to be handling cryptocurrencies. And now what you've seen with just the explosion in the market cap with the cryptocurrency market as a whole, it's a lot has changed in 1 year. And so one of the areas I'm kind of interested in right now is kind of trading in the privacy coins, and so that's kind of what I'm focusing on at this point. And I think there's some interesting opportunity there. And so once I get to the cafe I'm headed to here, I'll give you guys a little bit of insight on that. It's about a 5-minute walk, but at least you guys can kind of see a little bit of traveling around. I'm kind of like a crypto vlogger, travel vlogger at this point, with all of the places I've been to. There's an interesting little park up here. That's kind of cool. I'll check on the chat here a little bit. Yep. Rockstar Nam. Yeah, I'm doing good. I like Saigon. I like Saigon a lot. It's just really different from the U.S. As you can see, it's warm too. And it's like winter over there, and most parts of the U.S. is pretty cold. It's hot here. But people just kind of like jump out into the middle of traffic. Like, there's no like stop signs or anything. It's coordinated chaos. It's one of the craziest things I've ever seen, is just how there's just like hardly any accidents, and everyone's just kind of driving into each other. To cross the streets here, you pretty much have to, you got to get out in the traffic, and you'll never cross the street. You just got to get out there and let other people slow down. So we're going to an interesting little cafe up here on the corner. It's really well done. I like what they've done there. But I'm gonna stay on for a little bit here once I get to the cafe, and talk a little bit more about some of the things that are going on in the market and the privacy coins. Chaos. You just dive into traffic. You got no choice. I'll flip this around for you guys. Alrighty, so our destination's up here on the right. Be glad to get in some AC. See here. So this is amazing coffee. Black tea macchiato. Black tea macchiato. Can I get two? Two. For here, second floor. You can see a little bit of the order menus here, and they got a pretty good Wi-Fi. Okay. Alright, bear with me one guys, I'm gonna get set up upstairs. But you can see like that's the inside. So eventually I'm gonna take crypto here. California. That's good. Okay, thank you. So there's like 4 stories here. All right, thank you. This is really best right here. So
cái lệnh nhân không năm là xấu quá. Cái lệnh nhân không năm là chỉ là gọi là công bố.
Stand in. So again, I've been having some issues with my computer just because I've had so many programs running. I just closed everything down. I'm going to restart it, so it should be a lot better, but I think tomorrow's stream I'll do from my computer so you guys can get a little bit more, a little bit of a better view of what I'm talking about. Thank you. C's up 50%. Yeah, I know it was at like $7 or $8 after kind of reaching about $5 before. My computer. Yeah, I need a headband. It's hot and it ain't gonna cool down. This is as cool as it gets here. So I'm just gonna have to get used to being in a sauna every day. Yeah, they bring coffee to you. It's, yeah, you can see like, got a little thing here. And so, it's way better here. They've got, see there, they've got a whole hot water station. You know, so it's a lot better. Yeah, it's humid. It's super humid. Let me get my computer going here. I don't know why it's taking so long. think he's doing an update or something. So sorry guys. I haven't turned off my computer in a little while, so it's probably doing a little updates. Let me check in the chat. It is a witch hunt. No, this is Saigon. Yeah, detoxing, definitely. Yeah, I just signed up 15 months for gym membership. And so thank you. Sorry guys, dealing with my computer right here. It's just, thank you. That's still loading. It's good. It's like a macchiato tea. It's pretty good. Sorry guys. Checking the chat. Yeah, I saw the court order on Rhino. I mean, to me they seem like it's, you know, you're gonna have different legal grounds to stand on. You know, in America, anyone can sue anyone. Are you on Steam? Yeah, so I was on Steam for a little bit, and I got away from it when they started censoring all things Big Neck. So maybe I'll have to reconsider, get back on Steam a little bit. I know there's been a few guys who kind of got back into that a little bit. It's still kind of the #1 social platform, and I like what they're doing with DTube. So I might get back into that a little bit. I'm still trying to get set up. Yeah, I'm sorry, my computer's installing something here in a minute, so I'm gonna just talk to you guys on the chat a little bit. Do all the people speak English in Saigon? No, it's very, very few and very broken. The translator app sometimes works, but it's a little bit different. Yeah, Ho Chi Minh City. It is Ho Chi Minh City. I like calling it Saigon. It's hot, man. It's like 90 degrees, 100% humidity. It is hot. It's like wintertime back in North America, where the majority of my audience is. Well, unfortunately, this didn't pan out the way I thought. I thought I was going to be able to just walk in here and pop my laptop open and get right online, but unfortunately, I'm dealing with update issues. It is just, it's installing something. So, yeah, this is like their little macchiato drink. It's kind of cool how they do that. So you can see. Freezing my ass off. Chicago. With all the legal and tax nonsense, I wouldn't be surprised if Verge and Monero won't be in the top 5 coins. Yeah. Right now, some of the privacy coins are in that like 10 to 15 range, I would say, in terms of market cap. But yeah, I think that you're going to see a lot more getting into the top 15.
Cứ ra đào nào cái dùng cho đó, đào nào dùng cho đó. Không là lương được nhiều rồi.
They don't want me on can't get my computer to turn on. Looks a little different when I was there in 69 to 71. Yeah, it's changed quite a bit. That's what happens when you go live and you have unintended things going on. It's still loading. You need to get a girl and nom for that citizen switch. Not a bad idea. Girls here are beautiful. All right, we got some action. Excuse me? Excuse me? I don't know what the Wi-Fi password is. Oh, it's on the receipt? Okay. Oh, that's what that means? Oh. Thank you. I don't really understand what she said. Well, they got the password. All right, get some action. Apologize for the waits. Robert Watson, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, it is hot. But I'm starting to cool down here. Interesting little thing right here. Amazing. See, I don't understand this. See, it's like completing some sort of installation. So. It took me 5 minutes to walk here, and it's been 15 minutes. I'm still trying to get into my computer. Yeah, Crypto Kenny, I'm doing what I can. You know, it's an unfortunate situation. So just need patience at this point. Take a shot every time a scooter drives by. Yeah, they like to use their horn here. I don't know how long it's going to take for my computer to turn on. So let me go ahead and just deviate a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about Deep Onion a little bit, the Tor network, privacy coins in general. You know, there's a certain amount of integration that you're starting to see with certain things, other platforms. So you have the internet's one, being able to tie that to your phone, to a web browser, to some of these different applications. There's a more of a use case scenario, there's more of an adoption, especially kind of across languages, things of that nature. I think that's one of the reasons why you saw Upbit, an exchange in Korea that really had taken off here in the last month or two. There was an integration there with a company called Keiko, so it's K-A-K-A-O, Oh, and it's an application that runs through your phone. And so the ability to tie and exchange a trading platform that has as many cryptocurrency pairs as they have to a phone application is a really important distinction. Finally, here we go. And so that is why when you're seeing privacy coins in particular that are kind of making another leap, they also have a technology that is integrates with airdrop. Still kind of learning about it and doing some research on it, but what I was going to do is kind of go through with you like kind of how I'm starting to look at some of this stuff. I don't know how this happened. This must have crashed or something. It's for me to like set up my Mac. I don't know, I did some sort of software update. Okay. Seems to be working now. But getting back onto what I was talking about with the integrations with some of these other platforms is an interesting element in terms of how you're looking at it. Use case scenario where it tends to do better in the market. So right now, if we're taking a look at market for Deep Onion, Deep Onion. So this is right now 680. It's up a little bit. You saw it really come up January 9th, January 10th time frame. That's when you saw the volume. It's being traded primarily in Qcoin and Cryptopia. You're seeing a little bit in these smaller exchanges, but when you're looking at the volumes, you can see these are tiny exchanges compared to these two. And so, but what you're seeing is 32% in Cryptopia, so it's spreading between these two exchanges, and those are some decent exchange in terms of like their activity. So it pumped a little bit here back in August and really kind of declined, and much like some of the other privacy coins, started really taking off in November, December. That was a big trend that we were seeing, especially particularly exploding, you know, in that basically the second week of January. We saw a lot of privacy coins really take off. And so what we're going to do, let's take a look at their website here. This is 100% untraceable cryptocurrency set through the Tor network. And so right now, you know, you can buy it on these two exchanges. It's got a video here. You know, they're offering it for these different platforms. They've got a white paper. And some of the airdrop was something that was repeatedly coming up. Yeah, Deep Vault, Deep Send, Voice Central are coming. So it looks like a very interesting project here. You got some stats. And so this is just a little bit of an overview of their site. So it looks like they have a second site here too. Let's take a look at this. Deep Onion Watch. These are the blocks. Block development, difficulty development. So this is interesting data. They have the price performance, price in dollar, price in onion. So they have some interesting data on there. The airdrop with Deep Onion is not something a whole lot about. Let's pull that up in a search here, because this is one that, look back on my privacy coins, I must have had like over a dozen people talking about this, and so this is one I wanted to kind of take a little bit deeper look in. I really like it. I think I'm going to be getting into this one. I think it's a good store right now, especially if it really takes off and gets listed on another exchange. Let's take a look. So the market cap right now is 33 billion. The peak that we had seen, so it's been as high as 83 billion. So it's retracted a lot in the market after that pump in January, and so sometimes that can be good when you to kind of make a distinction when you get into some of these privacy coins or some of these kind of really small market cap coins. It's really good to kind of put like price caps on your trades, so that if it does tend to come up like 10, 20, 30% in the market, you can at least capture those profits, because they do tend to fluctuate quite a bit, as you don't see a whole lot of people getting into trading this right now. There's 400 million in trading in the last 24 hours, and so it's on pretty much those exchanges. So it is being traded. There is a little bit of a price discrepancy with, or arbitrage opportunity with these ones. You can see, these are kind of bracketing trades. So when you see quite a bit of trading activity, typically that can be because maybe it was bought up at one exchange, and you're seeing people taking advantage of that if you're not buying in the exchanges equally. So let me check in with the chat a little bit. Oops. Crystal clear video. Yeah, the internet here is really good. Here we go. Staking privacy coin, nav coin. Yeah, that's one I went over as well. Actually, that one looks like a really. In terms of the privacy coins I was looking at, I would say that's a top 10. I think it's getting more distribution. It's being traded on more exchanges, and its market cap has grown quite a bit. So the market cap right now at 140 billion, and you're seeing it traded in some of the larger exchanges: Binance, Bittrex, Poloniex, Upbit, Cryptopia. So you got 5 major exchanges. You're seeing the volumes really trading. The price is really stable. Look at that, like $2.25 in pretty much every single exchange. So that's an interesting thing to note there. There's 2.3 million in trading in the last 24 hours. Really starting to take off. Taking a look at the charts, again, it peaked in. It's been on the market for a long time. 2014 is when it first started taking up. Here we can see that the volumes kind of peaked right after Christmas, that weekend before Christmas, at peak times. Again, that kind of early second week of January was probably when we saw the very peak. We're about 293 million in terms of market cap. So it's currently, 140. It's about half. So it's retracted a little bit, and the volumes have come off. But it has some really good market distribution. And as you can see here, it just kind of has woken up in the market. Volumes have been quiet for a while. And I think when you see the market bottom out like that, that's a really good time to get in. So you can kind of get into like charting when you're looking at some of these pairs and whatnot. That's one technical analysis that you can look at in terms of trying to trade on certain things. But the cryptocurrency market, there's so many opportunities to trade it in these different exchanges, and there's right now a lot of opportunity outside of even technical analysis, through arbitrage, through just getting into a position in a coin and just holding, because they tend to go up 20x in a month or two with some of these smaller market coins that start to really come on the market and get some attention. The market as a whole, it'll go super red and it'll go super green. So yesterday everything was double-digit reds. Today everything's in the green. Everything's up. And the market has, for the most part, come up quite a bit. And so the ones that I wanted to talk about on this stream a little bit were the ones we kind of seen trending. So looking at the BTC, you can see that Stellar's up about almost 8% in terms of the large market cap coins. In the top 10, Stellar's been performing the best. Looking down the list a little bit, there's been a few others that have kind of come up. So Nano is a pretty new one. So Nano's up, this was actually a much higher percentage, almost like in the 30% range a little bit earlier. It's corrected a little bit since that point, but it's really come up. So we'll take a look at this in a sec. And then coming down the list again, for the most part, everything's been fairly quiet. We don't have a whole lot of pretty big performers, and kind of going down the list, it's for the most part is just kind of come back up a little again. Pillar doing again well again, up at 20%. So that's kind of a market overview. Let's take a look at Nano. So Nano is one that's now at a $2.5 billion market cap. So this is one that has really come up quite a bit. It's being traded in a lot of different exchanges. Qtum, I don't know much about some of these other ones. BitGrail, Right, BTC, Mercatox, BitZ, a little bit of volumes here, but primarily you can see roughly about 58% of the volume is in Qcoin. And but if you're taking a look at the charts, this one was trading at 17, 18, cents, like a little bit less than 20 cents. Now it's at almost 20 bucks. So it's a coin that's gone up, 100x in the last month. Hitting a peak of, $4.5 billion in terms of the market cap, $35 on that early January timeframe, January 2nd, January 3rd. Volumes came down a little bit. Now we're seeing volumes return again. So it's come up quite a bit today. And so sometimes these can be good to get in and kind of ride this wave a little bit. This is the NavCoin website. So I'm going to take a peek at this. Faster transaction times, earn while you sleep with proof of stake, 5% interest on the staking process. Got the roadmap, some articles, seeing some faces. So pretty good team. A little bit more transparent. They're online. So let's see. They're in New Zealand. I like it. BTC solid support around 9,400. Tony Vase keeps talking about how it's going to come down to like 7,500 bucks. Looking at his trading analysis and the way he's interpreting the market. Now, like for me personally, like I'm getting out of Bitcoin and getting more into other coins. I think you're seeing more distribution, and I talked a little bit about that when you're looking at the volume. So if you're looking at the volume of trading, it's becoming less and less trading with Bitcoin. So Bitcoin was like 90% of the market, all the way up until early 2017. It's kind of come up and down, but it's been holding at roughly about this 33% mark. Ethereum, it's been relatively high, kind of bouncing between 10 and 20% of the total volume. Tether does pretty good. Ripple, Bitcoin Cash, EOS, Quantum. So you're seeing some of these coins are trading quite a bit, and I wanted to take a look at the some of the charting here, so you can see that it's basically since March of 2017, about roughly about a year ago, when that was when you really saw the Bitcoin dominance really fall off. It came back into kind of like that August, September, October, November timeframe, and this kind of ramp up here where you saw come all the way up to like 60%. It had peaked here at 65% on December 7th, and then recently, has come way down. And let's see if we can zoom in here. See if I can pull this out a little bit. There we go. Okay, so taking a look at when it's really come down, There's this white line that you see really rising and rising and rising. It's been the best performing line. What is that line? That is other. So, 24, 25% of the market is in all of these smaller coins. A coin that's not necessarily going to be listed here. So they've got Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Ripple, Dash, NEM, Monero. So some of these other ones you're seeing, they're so far down on the list, like you're not even really seeing them chart. It's really Ethereum, it's Ripple, it's Bitcoin Cash. It's really those three. And then you have like this huge line with the others. And so the others line is really rising. And I think what you're going to see is you may see that pass the total market capitalization of the dominance. They're talking about the switch. Right now, Ethereum has the best chance to have that switch happen. This is why we're seeing people talk about it, because of this this big blue line right here. This is Ethereum. It's progressively coming up, while you're seeing Bitcoin progressively coming down. And right here, this line in the middle, this is the others. And this is where you're going to see people trying to get into these coins here in these different markets. Really further down the list, you have Ripple, you have Bitcoin Cash, and then you have all of these other ones that are down here. So the others market, these smaller market cap coins, is where you see big price fluctuations from time to time. And if you're looking at the market as a whole, and we're looking at change. So you can see here, I just flipped this around so you can see this is the Bitcoin price right here. So Pillar, Nano, iOS token, I talked about that a little bit on one of my previous streams. Let's see if I can get that to focus a little bit better. A few of these other ones have been performing pretty well. I don't know much about this AVE, Cyber Network, or Fraternity. I don't know why that's not focusing. Let's see if I can get that to focus a little better. Sorry guys. Yeah, there we go. There it goes. Emmercoin, BitShares, Syscoin, Vertasum, Digix, DAO. So I've spent a little bit of time talking about some of these coins on a lot of my other live streams. If you kind of go back in my history, there's been a few I haven't really talked about. Bitcore, not necessarily Syscoin, Emmercoin, or this Attorney Networks, but putting a little bit of positions into Stellar, and Pivx, and Quantum, and Z Classic, Funfair, Aeon. I mean, these are all ones that I was kind of talking a little bit about. They're all doing well. They're all up, 5, 6, 7% today. So a lot more opportunity in getting into smaller market cap coins and holding at this point. They're on a lot of different exchanges. You're going to need to set up exchange accounts, and I would say if you really want to get into this, anywhere between 10 to 15 different exchanges. When you're looking at the top exchanges, those would be the ones I'd get into. And it gives you a little bit more opportunity as well. Like say you want, you want to get into a particular coin, it's starting to do pretty well. It's rising up in the charts. Like, today would be that Nano one. I don't know much about it. Looks interesting. It's got a lot of money behind it. If I want to get into that coin, what did I say that was? That was Qcoin. It's pretty much Qcoin. There's a lot of these other smaller exchanges, as you can see here. There's, a bunch of, this is the coin of the day in terms of like volume, but I don't have an account with BitGrail, right? BTC, Market Talk. I'm interested in Market Talks. BitZ is a pretty big exchange, and you have Coin Falcon and a few others, but BitFlip. I don't know much about these other ones. So, the way I'm looking at it in terms of like accounts that I have right now, if I want to get in this coin, I have 15 accounts at different exchanges. I only have one account with one exchange where I can get into this coin, and that's Qcoin. So it helps to have positions in some different ones. And so right now is not the time necessarily to buy. It's really pumped today, but it's one you definitely want to have on your radar. And so these ones, like for me, what I like to do is I like to put them out on a spreadsheet or things like that. I make mental notes of things, and I just kind of review my trading notes as I'm going through some of these different coins, these different positions. And that's, I think, the smart way to do it. So as you've seen, a lot of these coins have really pumped. They've really kind of come up, but they've shown potential to get a lot of capital behind them. And once you are able to kind of document those, and you're like, okay, like these are different ways to diversify, to put just a little bit into some of these different coins. These are the coins that I'm interested in. Taking taking a lot of small positions and a lot of small coins can be very advantageous, in my opinion, right now, because I think as the cryptocurrency market matures as a whole, you're seeing more and more distribution, people getting into other coins, other currencies, because in a lot of ways they're trying to regulate, or currently right now, Bitcoin. So when they're getting into Bitcoin, doing one currency, which is currently the situation here in Vietnam, they banned Bitcoin. Bitcoin is illegal. They don't really have a position on other cryptocurrencies right now, but those are most likely in the works here. But I'm interested to see kind of how it plays out in terms of regulations and whatnot. So I'm talking to a few different people about some of those scenarios. So I'll probably keep this stream, I don't know, 45, 50 minutes or so. So I'm going to take maybe a few questions and then get off the stream. Bitcoin Gold, a sleeping giant. I would agree. I would agree with that. I think you saw a lot of people getting into Bitcoin Cash. The next one really trending was Bitcoin Gold, and it's on a different difficulty algorithm. You know, it did fork from Bitcoin, so a lot of people are sitting on it. You saw Bitcoin Cash really come up in valuation from that $300 price point, and that's kind of where we're seeing, like, what is the price of Bitcoin Gold? 150 bucks. So still relatively low. It's been trending around there or whatnot, but it's being widely traded in a lot of different exchanges. So there's a lot of adoption. It's currently has 57 different pairs in different exchanges and whatnot. Mike Weber, what's going on? Get Wire. Let's take a look at Wire. Yeah, I looked a little bit into that. The Wire USD card. Right thing here. I think I have to watch your video on that. Social wallet? Okay. So I think that was that how I was understanding it? So Wire was integrated into social wallet? Hey, how's it going? Oh yeah, powered by Wire. We got here. Countdown. Hey. I'm on live stream here. See? Say hi. Yeah. Vietnamese team. Scraps ICO. Yeah, I don't know if I want to get in too much into ICOs right now. There's just too much research and whatnot that I need to get into when I'm getting into that. That's, I guess, why I've stayed away from it. When it hits the market, I'll be interested in it. I know there's a lot of money potential. We put a little bit into these ICOs for sure, but what have you heard on Ton? I don't know Ton. We're on Ton. Tron? Working platform the day the tokens are all sold. Oh yeah, thank you. Telegram. Interesting. Okay, I didn't know about this. I guess it was in the news. It's on Cointelegraph. Telegram ICO Ton. We got a video here. It's in like Russian or something here.
Telegram has reached 170 million active users and 500,000 new users join daily. Each day, Telegram delivers 70 billion messages across its distributed global network. Now Telegram will use its experience and scale to revolutionize blockchain technology. In 2018, Telegram will launch the Telegram Open Network, TON, a fast, scalable, and user-friendly cryptocurrency and blockchain platform. All Telegram users will get a TON wallet, instantly making it the world's most adopted cryptocurrency. TON can provide the required capacity and securely handle millions of transactions per second, thanks to its unique multi-blockchain architecture. When a TON blockchain gets too big, it automatically splits in two to increase capacity. All TON blockchains can quickly exchange data between each other using a smart routing system. TON will use direct payment channels to transfer value in milliseconds, faster than Visa or MasterCard. Unlike in older blockchains, TON processing nodes will do only useful work, maximizing efficiency. Each block within a TON blockchain can become a blockchain of its own, making the whole structure immensely flexible. TON will easily accommodate billions of users and thousands of decentralized applications. In 2018, 200 million Telegram users will enter the TON ecosystem and get access to its fast, user-friendly cryptocurrency and app platform. Join the Telegram token distribution event to finally take cryptocurrencies mainstream.
I like it. Thank you, Carlos. Appreciate that. I'll have to take a look at it. I like the marketing behind it. This is a little article they've got on Cointelegraph, talking a little bit about it. So for you guys that maybe I can explain. I know like in the States they do, it's a lot like texting kind of through the phone and whatnot, but I think one of the big things you're seeing in Asia, when I first came out here, I never used WhatsApp. So like I got into WhatsApp, so that was pretty big. And then I started getting into other ones. I had to use Skype. I had to call back home. So you can't use WhatsApp to call back home, so you got to use Skype. So people get into Skype. A lot of times it's easier with Facebook Messenger. So Facebook Messenger you can call. You can use it to kind of exchange files. And now some of the big ones you're seeing are Telegram. You're seeing Slack. There's been a few others. The big one here in Vietnam is Zalo, and the big one in China is WeChat. So maybe I should do a stream on all of those. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow or something. But there's all these different platforms now that are going to be connecting people on a global scale, and those are ones that are going to be really interesting because, and that's one of the reasons why I kind of wanted to get into Deep Onion, because of the use through the Tor browser. When I was in Dubai, I was in the United Arab Emirates, I wasn't even able to download the Tor browser because I was having problems working with their own governmental firewalls and restrictions. You can't use a lot of those platforms that I just mentioned. You can't use any of them that I know of. They throttle those communications. That's why when I was there, I was unable to live stream. And there were some issues with that. And then even just going to download the Tor browser, they block those. So you would need to get onto like some very, kind of outside the mainstream platforms to even just download the Tor browser. And that's why I think something like Deep Onion has a lot of potential in terms of working on that network. But you still need, I believe, some of these platforms that, some of these social platforms. So you're seeing Social Wallet, you're seeing Steam, you're seeing Facebook has basically just made it public that they're not going to be doing crypto or banning certain things related to crypto. And I think part of that is having their operations in the U.S. having to be under those guidelines and regulations. But I think that there's a lot of opportunity. You might start seeing government agencies or whatnot blocking anonymous transactions if they're able to pick up that technology. So they would essentially force you to open up and not use a Tor browser. That might be a trend that we might start to see in the near future. So essentially you would have to make yourself public, and then at that point you kind of need another layer of protection, and that another layer of protection is through some of these social apps that I just mentioned, like, you know, all of those platforms are going to be huge in the future, especially if they integrate with your phone. So yeah, I think I'll do a video on that tomorrow. Maybe take another question or two, and then get off the stream here. You think the judge freezing Team Rhino's crypto accounts will impact beyond BCC? That's what I don't understand. Like, how are you going to freeze crypto accounts? You know, you can freeze bank accounts. I don't understand how they would have the authority to freeze crypto accounts. How would you do that? I think some of that is just legalese that they're just throwing out there to scare people. Whether or not they have the authority to do that from a legal standpoint is beyond me. You know, maybe they're going to try some serious stuff in the U.S. In terms to really crack down on people that are going to be in crypto. So I think it's a lawyer that doesn't know what he's talking about, putting out threats. How was my date? It was good. Good, yeah. We spent a lot of time with her. I'm gonna be getting out a little bit more though. Like after this stream, I'm gonna be getting more into fitness. I'm just too big for this weather. I think that'll help me not sweat so much and whatnot, because it's just like there's zero fat people here. I've yet to see a fat person. I don't think you can be fat in this weather. And me being as big as I am, like I've yet to meet another person that's bigger than me. So I need to drop some weight. Baby Baller trying to get your question out there. What did Baby Baller ask? Profit trailer and feeder. Oh, okay. Profit trailer. Let me take a look at profit trailer. Probably the last thing I look at here. I don't know much about it, to be quite honest. Smartest crypto trading bot, so some sort of like automated trading bot. Okay, let's see, look at the pricing. Binance, Bittrex, Poloniex. So basically these three exchanges. So it's got a nice GUI. The prices ain't too bad, you know. A lot of different languages. We've got a Discord channel down here. Yeah. I'll certainly be interested in this once I get a server set up. This is an area that I really dove deep into, I would say May, June, July, and August timeframes, kind of when I really started getting into learning about trading bots and whatnot. There's Gunbot, it's a little bit more automated. There's Hozbot, which is pretty much what I focused on. And there's a lot of technical analysis that you can incorporate with Hozbot. One of the issues and the problems we were having was the connectivity to the different exchanges. It would tend to like pop out at certain times. And so for me, the guys that I was with, I think there was probably a better way to build the software, and unfortunately they're kind of relying on a third-party software platform, and I'm kind of maybe interested in doing something a little more in-house. But I think you're going to see more and more of these companies start to pop up, and so maybe they fill a niche there. So this profit trailer allows you to trade on 3 pretty big exchanges, definitely be one worth with the price point, be one worth getting into. Let's see what they got on YouTube. because I think that's one of the big things that people need is you need education, I guess. It's it looks like it's got pretty good. Got a lot of videos on it, so different people talking about it. So it's quite a bit here. None of them really have a whole lot of views. If you're looking at the most popular, look at the view count. Yeah, 73,000 views, 43,000 views. Crypto Crow seems to be the guy that's got the most videos on it. Crypto Crow. Oh, is that what happened? Okay, Rayblock's cryptocurrency rebrands as Nano as coins. Okay, I didn't realize that. I guess I didn't put two and two together. Okay, that makes sense. Thank you. I'm Easy Crypto. What's going on? Haven't seen you on in a while. Try apple cider vinegar? Yeah. Actually, I have a bottle of that at my house. I take like a little swig or something before I go to bed. I need to get back on that though. It's supposed to be really good for you. But all right, I am Easy. I was about to get off. I think I'm gonna end the stream here. I'm not trying to have these too long, but appreciate you guys staying on as long as you did. Like and subscribe, and I'm gonna do one on the social platforms tomorrow. I think I'll focus on that and get into that a little bit. Have to figure out how I can do it so I can show you guys on my phone. And other than that, leave any comments that you have in the comment section below if you got some things you want me to look into. Other than that, I'll catch you guys on the next one.